Hello and welcome to episode 20 of Bronx Banter. In this episode, we discuss the Yankees' recent struggles as well as their series versus the Orioles and Rays. We hope you enjoyed the video and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to episode 20 of Bronx Banter. Crazy that we've already done 20 of these so far. Yankees have had a really rough week, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. It has not been looking too good. But me and Robert are here. We're going to recap the games, talk about it, give our honest opinions, because that's what you guys are always going to get from us is the truth. No matter whether we like it or not, it's going to be the truth. But as always, myself, Chris, Robert over here. Robert, how you been doing?
Chris, we're hanging in there. It's been a couple of unfortunate series, but hopefully the boys will get going and we'll get right into it.
I agree. So we're gonna start this video with the Orioles series that went Monday through Wednesday, April 28th through the 30th. So starting with game one, Yankees unfortunately lost this game 4-3. This was kind of a weird game. It kind of felt like we were in it the entire time. Will Warren started, and he did not have a great start. He lasted 3 1/3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. So again, just getting hit around, walking a couple people, 72 pitches, 47 strikes. That made his ERA 5.63. Just not great. And on the other side, Tomoyuki Sagano for the Orioles. This guy shoved. He was one of the pitchers in the MLB that had the least amount of strikeouts, and he went into this game and pitched 5 innings and had 8 strikeouts with no runs allowed. So great outing for him. But yeah, Robert, what do you think about Will Warren?
Yeah, it was a game once again where he had to prove himself against a decent team. The Orioles, they should be more competitive within this weak division so far, but Warren, he just couldn't give us what we wanted. Obviously had some trouble with the giving up hits there and uh, losing command, giving up some walks. So just another one of those outings where he's not proven himself to be what we thought he was going to be coming out of spring training.
Yeah, but I want to give a huge shout out to Ryan Yarbrough, who really helped us out in the bullpen. Yarbrough came out of the bullpen and pitched 3 2/3 scoreless innings, so that really helped save our arms. Because if we were going into the bullpen in the fourth inning, this could have been a long game. But it's been nice to have Yarbrough on the team to start the season to kind of give us those long relief appearances. And then Devin Williams came in for the bottom of the eighth inning. Yeah, bottom of the eighth inning because we were the away team. And threw a scoreless inning, 14 pitches, 9 strikes, a strikeout. So that looked like the Devin Williams that we were expecting to see the entire season. But yeah, this game was pretty boring. A couple notable hitters. Aaron Judge went 2 for 5 this game, and Austin Wells went 1 for 4 with an RBI double. I believe Volpe had an RBI double as well. But at the end of the day, it was just a big home run from Ryan O'Hearn that really sealed that game. So Yankees are down 1-0 in the series. And Robert, why don't you get us started with game two?
Game two, it was a big win for the boys,
Mm-hmm.
15-3. Rodon shoved just like normal, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 7 Ks. Hamilton came in and Tyler Matzek came in. They cleared up the rest of the innings for us. And obviously Rodon, he just shoved, did exactly what we needed, limited the walks, threw strikes, got those strikeouts which he needed, and it was just a big offensive day by the boys. Also, looking at the side of the Orioles, Kyle Gibson went 3 2/3, 11 hits, 9 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks. So he did not have the stuff that they thought. This is one of his first couple starts, I think, coming off of the
This was
IL.
his
It was
first
his
this was his
first.
first Oriole start, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so kind of unfortunate for the veteran pitcher who's been in the league for a while. But the Yankees were just all over him.
Yeah, this game was over after the first three batters went deep. Grisham, Judge, Rice to lead off the game. That it was beautiful to see that. The team they hit 6 home runs as a team. Grisham, Judge, Rice to start the game. Bellinger then later in the first inning. Rice again in the second. Yeah, in the second inning, Rice went deep for a second time, and then later on in the top of the ninth inning, Austin Wells went deep. So 6 home runs for the team. But Ben Rice, we can't just let that slip by. 3 for 5, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. He is looking like a better hitter every day. It is truly incredible to see. Trent Grisham, again, he is really proving himself, and he is making Aaron Boone have an incredibly difficult decision every day between him, Bellinger, Judge, wait,
Grisham.
Grisham, Bellinger, Judge, and Dominguez. Whatever. Yeah, those four. The four outfielders. It's really tough for Boone to make a decision because you also got Ben Rice right there, who you want to DH. It's impossible. So I don't want to get too mad at Boone for it, but yeah, this was an offensive outburst from the team. The Orioles bullpen kind of held it down, but it was we put in a bunch. We put in Pablo Reyes. We put in J.C. Escara, Peraza. This game was over, if we're being honest. The only
Yeah.
the only negative to this game was the game that Jazz Chisholm got hurt, which we will get into later in this episode. But yeah, Robert, what do you think about the offense from this game?
Yeah, I mean, it was exactly what they needed coming back from losing that first game of the series. So it just kind of give you a jolt of hope for the final couple games of the series. And obviously, just right out the gate, it was just insane with those guys, the top three in the order. And later on, the offense just getting going. So it was just a good overall win, and you can't underestimate what Rodon did. He was just pounding the strike zone, even with a big lead. And overall, he looked just great again.
He is really starting to look like the pitcher we thought we were getting in 2022. I mean, I love seeing this out of Rodon. He looks like an ace. And even the second run he gave up, it was a home run to Gunnar Henderson, who was one of the best hitters in baseball, and the pitch was like 3 inches inside off the plate. It was a great
Hmm.
swing by Gunnar, but I'm not even mad at it. Like, you can't get mad at that. I mean, you're up by 9 runs. Why would you not try to throw something a little bit, like, try to attack the zone or whatever?
Hmm.
But heading on to game three, you knew that, like, if they didn't win this game, then it kind of would have made the other game not as important, the 15-run game, because at the end of the day, the Orioles are struggling. You need to beat them in the series. There's no way to sugarcoat that. You have to beat the Orioles in this series, and the Yankees didn't. The Yankees lost this game 5-4. Carlos Carrasco took them out, went 3 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. So just really not that good. Tim Hill then pitched an inning and gave up a run on 2 walks, and there was an error in there, I believe, by Volpe. But we got to be able to hit Cade Povich better than 3 runs over 4 2/3 innings. That is unacceptable in my opinion. Cade Povich has not been good this season. I don't know what his ERA is, but I know it's not very good. And this just took all the momentum that we had from that 15-3 win and just threw it in the trash because it was just not good. Yeah, Cade Povich had a 5.16 ERA. I mean, you got to score more than 3 runs off a guy like that. Yeah, Robert, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, coming into the game before, you thought they would have some rhythm going into the final game of the series, which clearly did not pan out, except for two of the best hitters in our lineup. Aaron Judge went 3 for 3, hit a moonshot, 426 foot feet home run. So 3 RBIs, and then Paul Goldschmidt 1 through 5, 1 for 5, and had another home run there too. So besides them, the lineup was pretty blank for the rest of the most part.
Yeah, I mean, the only other hits out of the lineup, there was one hit from Trent Grisham, a single in the first. Volpe had a single, and Wells had a single. I mean, that's it. Nothing from Peraza, nothing from Dominguez, nothing from Pablo Reyes was playing this game. Don't know why that happened, but he was playing, didn't do anything. I don't know. It's just, and the Orioles bullpen isn't great. Like, there's some guys in there
Hmm.
that you need to score runs off of because Felix Bautista's nasty. I'm not going to lie. Once we got to him, it's hard to have any faith left, but
Hmm.
I don't
Wasn't the
know.
last? It was. We got Judge up to the plate there.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I,
Bautista
it,
was just overpowering him.
it was either that game or the game before because I think Bautista pitched 2 games in this series.
No,
If I'm
yeah,
not,
it was this game.
let me. No, it wasn't because top of the
It
ninth
wasn't?
it was Peraza, Goldschmidt, Grisham. I think it was the second game you're thinking of,
Oh, okay.
or maybe the first game because we lost the first game. So yeah, it might have. Hold on, let me check
Oh
that
no, I
one real
swear it
quick.
was that third game.
Um, top nine. Yeah, he struck out Judge and Bellinger back to back.
When?
He threw Judge a sinker and then slider, splitter, splitter, splitter.
The third game?
Yeah, no, the first game
Oh.
because we were down 4-3 and we had Grisham, Judge, Bellinger coming up, and he overpowered all of them. But yeah, so that was a rough series, and then so the Yankees lose that series 2-1. They're coming home to face the Rays. We had just beaten the Rays. What was that 2 weeks ago in a series at George M. Steinbrenner Field? We beat them 3-1. We're like, okay, this at least feels like a 2-1 series we should win. Probably should sweep it. What do the Yankees do? Well, let's find out. Oh, before we head on, I just wanted to highlight something real quick. I almost forgot to say this because Goldschmidt's home run on that last game of the Orioles series was against Cade Povich, who's a lefty, for those of you that don't know. Goldschmidt's splits against lefties and righties this season have been insane. Against lefty, Robert, guess for me. In 35 plate appearances, what do you think Paul Goldschmidt's hitting against lefties?
Probably like 330.
600.
What the hell?
He's hitting 600 against lefties and 273 against righties.
Hmm.
273 is very respectable, don't get me wrong, but it's 600 against lefties? This guy absolutely mashes lefties. He has 18 hits, 5 doubles. All 3 of his home runs were against lefties. 7 RBIs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, a hit by pitch. I mean, he has a 657 on base percentage. He's basically getting on base 7 out of 10 times when there's a lefty on the mound. I mean, these are insane numbers that Goldschmidt's putting up. So I just wanted to highlight that real quick, just to really show how incredible his start has been. And if he can keep that up, that would be so huge for the lineup.
Hmm.
Um, Heading on to game 1 of the Rays series, we were having fun during this one. This is like whenever Yankee fans saw that the Yankees signed Max Fried and they signed Devin Williams, this is what we envisioned every single game would look like. I'm not going to lie. Robert, don't lie. This is what you thought they would look like too. Max Fried goes out there, 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts on 92 pitches. He probably could have gone more, honestly. And that makes his ERA on the season 1.01. Max Fried has been all the Yankees could have asked for and more somehow. I didn't think he'd be this good. I thought he'd be like a 2 ERA. I didn't think he'd be 1.01, 7 or 8 starts in the season. He's been so elite so far, and we cannot just gloss over that. The Yankees have won every time he's pitched, which is incredible. You can't say that for a lot of pitchers in baseball. But he goes out there, and even when he doesn't have his best stuff, he gives the team a chance to win. And that's what you need out of your ace. I mean, I'm running out of words to describe him. It's like an Aaron Judge situation. Like, we could sit here and talk about Judge the whole 45 minutes, but we don't want to bore you guys. But we could do the same thing about Max Fried. He is that good at pitching. Robert, what do you see in Max Fried when you're like watching him? Like,
I mean, the strikeouts may not be where you want them to be, but signing him, that's not who he is. He's somebody who's gonna get weak contact that gets put in play, trusting your defense behind you, and
mm-hmm,
he's just gonna rely on that curveball, commanding the zone, and all of his other nasty pitches, which sets up his later pitches. So I mean, the guy is he's very smart. I mean, he pretty much calls his own game at this
mm-hmm.
point, so he
Yeah, because
knows what he wants to throw.
he's got the thing
He's
on his
got the
hip.
pitch com on his belt,
Yeah.
so he knows what he wants to throw. He knows how to set up hitters, and him and whoever's catching him that day have a correct game plan, and it's working so far. And he's just looked absolutely amazing. And I just want to mention that I had him as an honorary AL Cy Young in one of our prior videos. And Chris, you also mentioned that this is like our dream starting pitcher, like kind of bullpen game,
Mm-hmm.
except you would flip Weaver and Williams. You would have thought
Yeah.
Williams would be the closer, but this was just another like he's worth every penny type of start by Max Reed.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. And the Yankee offense wasn't really great this game. Our only runs came from, guess what? A Paul Goldschmidt home run against, guess who? A lefty. And guess who? It's a lefty. I don't even know who this guy is. Robert, do you know who Mason Montgomery is? This dude in the Rays bullpen? He came out of the bullpen throwing like 100 from the left side with
Oh
a
yeah, this guy's
slider.
crazy.
I'm like, who is this guy? I've never seen him. Bro, the Rays just get these random guys. I swear. It is weird. But
Yeah,
he
that guy's
comes in the
good.
game, and Goldie uses the short porch to his advantage, hits a 350-foot home run that scored Horbit Vivas. Don't know how to say his name. Not going to act like I know how to. It might take us a little while to learn how to pronounce his name. But shout out him for getting on base. He had 2 walks this game. Great to see. And then Judge also got on base, I believe. Yeah, Judge had a double to get on base. Judge had a triple and a double this game. Aaron Judge, known speedster, with his triples all of a sudden. He's just having fun. Like, he's not even he's just hitting triples, doubles, home, whatever he wants to. Honestly, it's what it seems like he's doing. But yeah, and then the Weave Dog absolutely slammed the door, left zero doubt in Yankee fans' minds why he should be the closer. he was absolutely dominant. He faced the top of the Rays order. He faced Chandler Simpson, he faced Yandy Diaz and Junior Caminero. Got Simpson out on 4 pitches, four-seam changeup, cutter, fastball. Diaz struck out on 3 pitches, a cutter and then 2 fastballs, 2 fastballs. You guys know what I'm saying. And then he got Caminero out on 4 pitches, a ball that was barely off the plate, and then a cutter, and then 2 more 96-mile-an-hour fastballs. Luke Weaver just does not overcomplicate pitching at all. Pitching's an art, and Luke Weaver just says, "Here's my best fastball, hit it." And most of the time, they don't, which is what makes him such a good pitcher. And he just trusts his stuff, especially that I feel like he's using the cutter more than he was last year. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like last year he was much more just fastball changeup. But now he's starting out a lot of righties with the cutter to
Hmm.
keep them honest about that, kind of like a slider. But yeah, this game was incredible. Robert, any more thoughts on that before we head into game two?
Nope, it's just what you expected. I mean, Fried, Judge, Goldschmidt, that's if it wasn't for those guys right there, we'd probably be in the middle of the division. So they
Maybe the bottom.
single-handedly helped us win that game, and yeah,
Yeah, this next game, this was a weird one. Clark Schmidt was originally supposed to start this game. Oh, let me start. Game two, Yankees lost 3-2. This was Saturday, I believe. Saturday, I believe. Yeah, I think.
yeah,
Clark Schmidt was scheduled to start this game, but he had what did he have?
right side soreness, something like
Yeah,
that
side soreness or something. So he got scratched from the start. He's all good though. He's starting
tonight.
tonight, Tuesday against Michael King. I miss Michael King. Okay. But yeah, Clark Schmidt was supposed to start this game, but unfortunately he did not because he had stiffness in his side. So, due to that, we had Ryan Yarborough with the spot start. And he gave the Yankees all they could have asked for, honestly, man. Like 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 run, 3 walks is a little too much, 2 strikeouts. He got told he was pitching probably like 3 hours before the game. Like people don't realize how it's like much more. It's a completely different ball game than knowing you're going to start a game like days before because you can prep differently. But Yarborough was just prepared, and I think he did really good, honestly. His only run that he gave up was a sac fly to Taylor Walls, who owns us for some reason. He had like 4 hits the other day. But I think Yarborough did his job. Ian Hamilton had a scoreless inning. Fernando Cruz, man, 2 scoreless innings. I mean, oh my gosh, he is dominant. Mark Leiter had a little bit of a rough inning that was interrupted by Anthony Volpe's injury, which we will get into later in the episode. And Tim Hill had scoreless 1 2/3 innings. But Robert, what do you think about Yarborough and the pitching staff as a whole this game?
Yeah, I mean they did what we needed. Yarborough, he's been worth exactly what we got him for, which is a 1 year, around $2 million deal. As we signed him, I'm pretty sure it was yeah, so March 24th. So that's um late spring training, and he's been just eating up innings after innings for us. And his Rays days, he was kind of used to like these opening type of
Mm-hmm.
starts, so he's got the right mindset for it. So it kind of works perfect. And just this game and other games, he's been able to give us limited allowed runs scored, and just been able to eat innings when we needed him to. And we'll get into the conversation later, but he's pretty much our fifth starter as of currently today. So
Yeah.
he's been really helpful, and been saving a lot of these arms down in the bullpen.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the as for the Rays this game, Zach Littell took the mound for them. He looked pretty good. 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs on 81 pitches, only 3 strikeouts. But I don't care about strikeouts. If you're getting guys out, you're clearly doing something right. 2 of the 3 hits he gave up, however, were solo home runs. One to Aaron Judge in the first inning, that was his 11th, and one to Austin Wells in the 5th inning, I believe. So yeah, it was just not really much happening. It felt like I don't know. The Yankees just kind of got shut down, offensively at least. Pete Fairbanks absolutely shut them down in the 9th inning on 11 pitches. Edwin Uceta got an out. Garrett Clevenger did his job. It just felt like I don't know. It just didn't feel like the Yankees could get anything going here. Volpe's injury was a scare, but luckily he will be okay. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But so yeah, Yankees lose this one, and they are now tied in the series, 1-1. Them winning the first game 3-0, and then Tampa winning that game 3-2. Now we will be heading on to game 3 of that series. Excuse me. Game 3. What happened to Game 3?
Game three, the Yankees lost 7-5. Warren pitched again and obviously didn't do what we wanted him overall. And the Tampa Bay Rays, they were just hit after hit, having 16 hits that game. And they're
Jesus.
stealing some bases, two stolen bases. And the Yankees, I mean, they just could not get anything going once again. And it just shows that another non-Max Fried starter just couldn't do what we wanted him to do, and Will Warren. And some of these race guys just had great days. Aranda went 3 for 4. Walls, like Chris was saying, who's just somehow a Yankees killer, went 4 for 5. And overall, it just was one of those close games where you think we could win, and they just don't, which seems like for
Yeah.
some reason this season has gone like you win and they blow them out and the offense comes together one night, or we just have these heartbreaking losses, which seems to be most of our losses so far this season.
This game was weird in a lot of ways. First of all, pitching Will Warren and Carlos Carrasco in the same game is like getting punched by like Mike Tyson and John Jones at the same time. That is not fun to watch. I did not enjoy that personally. And it also felt like by pitching Carrasco, Boone was kind of throwing this game away. We were down by like I think we were down by 3 runs or something when he put Carrasco in. It's like, why are you punting a division game right now? Like, maybe they knew they were going to get rid of Carrasco, so they wanted to give him one last time out there to see if he could prove himself. But I don't know. It was weird, definitely. And then we had the whole thing. I don't know if you remember this, Robert, but it was JC Escarra caught this game, and he was coming up. It was him and Horbit Bibas coming up with the bases
Hmm.
loaded and nobody out. And Boone elected to keep in Escarra and didn't pinch hit Wells or Ben Rice, who were both sitting
Hmm.
this day. Didn't pinch hit either of them. And then Bibas came up and he kept in. Well, let me preface saying, JC Escarra hit into a double play. He hit it right back to the pitcher, home first, double play. We didn't score any runs. So then he keeps in Horbit Bibas, which ended up being a good decision because Bibas had his first career hit. Shout out to him. He had a 2 RBI single, so happy for that kid. Have loved his at bat so far. He's looking great, honestly. But I just don't really know what Boone was doing. Why not pinch hit Austin Wells for like I love JC Escar as much as the next guy, but Austin Wells is a better hitter than him. And he had to end up putting Wells in the game anyway because Volpe wasn't available this game because he got hurt yesterday, so he wasn't playing either. So he ended up putting okay, this is really confusing. Try to stay with me. So after Bibas got the 2 RBI single, Oswaldo Cabrera was up. He pinch hit Ben Rice for Oswaldo Cabrera. Why would you pinch hit your third baseman when you could have just pinch hit the catcher and then put Wells at catcher instead of wasting a whole position? I don't know. There's a lot going on in this game. They were getting on Boone for this on Twitter. I don't really know. Boone makes some questionable decisions, but I feel like the score makes this game look closer than it was. It was 7-2 in the top of the 7th inning, and then we scored a couple garbage time runs. It feels like I don't know. I don't feel like we did not deserve to win this game at all. The Rays were the better team. Like Robert said earlier, they had 16 hits. We had 8. We also had 2 errors. Should not win a game when you have 2 errors. And you shouldn't win a game when you're giving up 3 hits to Travis Jankowski and 4 hits to Taylor Walls. Taylor Walls got 4 hits, and it moved his batting average up to 192. That is embarrassing. God knows what he was batting before that. My gosh. But yeah, it has been very frustrating. It's been a very frustrating last week. Robert, you got any final thoughts on that game?
I mean, I was listening to Boone with Talking Yanks earlier, and pretty much his theory was he likes JC Escar's like at bats as he's had his Yankees at
My
bats
my
so
my
far.
apologies. Could you hear that?
Yeah, so
Oh, sorry.
he liked how he's matured and he's wanted to give him the opportunity to come up big there. And the other points that he was making was defensive. Like I wasn't really watching this game, so I don't know how it would have worked out. But he was saying that if you pinch hit for one specific person, then Escara or I
Yeah, he
think
was
it was
saying like
Rice would be
Goldschmidt would
playing
have
for
had to play
third.
second. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I
Goldschmidt
don't
would have
know,
had to play
something
second.
like
He
that.
beat
But
us in the game. He would have played second.
hmm
I don't know. But yeah, we got a lot of other topics to talk about besides the game, so that does it for the game recaps. But now we're getting into the juicy stuff. So starting off, kind of alluded to this earlier. Jazz Chisholm is unfortunately injured. He has a right oblique strain. Should be out 4 to 6 weeks, but Robert was saying we both watch Talking Yanks, so shout out Talking Yanks. If you guys are watching this, love you guys. We'd love to do a collab episode or something, you know. But they were Boone was saying today, Jazz has a history of healing fast, so don't be surprised if he's back in say 3 weeks instead of 4 to 6. But at the same time, you don't want him to rush, so they're going to give him all the time he needs. And B-Boss is putting up good at bats, so might as well give him a chance while he's got it. So yeah, Jazz is out right now, 4 to 6 weeks. Right oblique strain, suffered that against the Orioles in the big win we got. Yeah, Robert, what do you think losing Jazz does to the lineup?
I mean, the way Jazz was hitting, maybe this is the best to kind of allow him to reset, get his mind right. He hasn't really had the season we've expected to this point. So, I don't know. I think they really should have just taken him out when he was swinging that bat and felt his side because then he just hit that, what was it, a triple and dove into third base, which
Yeah,
probably didn't help. So that didn't really make much sense. He should have just came out right away, especially when like it's obvious it's his side oblique, which is normally a
and it was
pretty
already like 4-0, I think, when he came up to
yeah,
bat.
which is a significant injury for a couple of weeks here. So initially, Jazz didn't think it was much. Even the day after, he said he felt fine, but
Yeah,
these
he's like,
tests
I'll
are
be back in
showing,
2 days.
yeah, but the tests are showing opposite results. So hopefully, allow him to get, heal up. And it's a long season, so hopefully, he can come back and start swinging the bat like Jazz Chisholm of last year.
Exactly. Another injury we're gonna talk about, Anthony Volpe. Thank God he is okay, because if not, I don't want to know what our infield would look like. During Saturday's game against the Rays, Volpe was diving for a ball to his left and said he heard a pop in his shoulder. Honestly, when I first saw it, I've never seen Volpe get like that. He was down. He was like grabbing his shoulder. I thought it was bad. I thought he was going to be out for a while. I thought it like dislocated or something. But he was fine, really. He didn't play Sunday. He was an emergency option, Boone said, which makes sense. Give him a day. He said it was still like bothering him a little bit, just sore. It makes sense. He was in the lineup yesterday, though, and he's in the lineup again today. So that's really good to see because that, even if he's not hitting at an all-star level, his defense alone and his base running, we can't lose him and Jazz's defense and base running up the middle. One of them is bad enough. But two, we'd be looking at a really bad middle infield.
Yeah, I mean his shoulder definitely popped out for a second there. I mean,
Yeah,
it must have
something
been just a
happened.
minor dislocation. So thank God it just went back in place and all the results for his test came back positive or negative. Negative, not
Negative,
positive. They came
negative,
back in the
negative.
positive spirit,
Yeah,
but they came
exactly.
back
There you
negative.
go.
And I think he got really lucky, and he's got to watch these diving plays. Like every play where he dives puts that pressure on each of those shoulders,
Hmm.
which we see every year around the MLB. So he's really got to choose his spots where he's diving. I mean, if we're up like 5-0 and he's trying to get a ball up the middle and he's diving, that's unnecessary.
Hmm.
Which hopefully the Yankees are having that conversation with him to
Oh
preserve his
yeah.
health because this could become a problem if he continues to put the pressure on his shoulders and just overall his body, which is an everyday shortstop position.
Because if you're diving for balls like that if your hand gets like caught up underneath your body, you're screwed right there.
Yeah.
Like you need to be careful right there. It's serious, especially if the grass isn't like wet at all and you just get caught. Oh my gosh, that's gotta hurt so bad. But thank God he's okay. We did not need another injury to the middle infield. Our next topic, I wrote these notes yesterday, so not much to talk about here, but I was talking about how Carlos Carrasco and Will Warren have become a problem. Boone, listen to me. Carlos Carrasco got DFA'd today, for those of you that don't know. Today, Tuesday, he got DFA'd about maybe 2 o'clock, 2:30ish. He got DFA'd. So, nice knowing you, Carlos Carrasco. I posted on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, by the way. Chris Lockwood98. I post really good Yankee stuff on Twitter. Robert's got to get Twitter, too. That's a story for another time, though. But I posted saying, I don't know if you guys do Sporkle quizzes. So you can do like a Sporkle, it's a website. You can do quizzes about like the Yankees roster from this year, from a certain year, like whatever year, like 2019, for example. 2025, Carlos Carrasco is going to be a pull. No one's going to think of Carlos Carrasco on the 2025 World Series champion Yankees. See what I did there?
Nobody's gonna think of Pablo Reyes.
Yeah. No one's going to think of Horbit Bebas. No one's going to think of him.
But Chris, I saw where possibly so he's DFA now, so I saw Boone was saying like the Yankees could possibly re-sign him again, so
They're
he
not
may
doing
not
it.
be fully out.
He's gone. I'm not buying that. I think I'd rather have Ryan Yarbrough start games. And I saw on Twitter Brian Hokey. He said that Alan Winans, I don't know how you say it. He might he's in the like choice bubble or whatever you want to call it of Boone. It's between him and Yarborough for the final spot because Alan Winans has been dealing in AAA. I don't have his stats off the top of my head or here, but he has been absolutely dealing in AAA. Let me see if I can find the stats quick.
I've never really heard of this guy if he's like a prospect, top
He's
prospect.
29. He's old.
Yeah.
He's been pitching good so far in the minor league so far this season though. Let me see. 2025. Where's his ERA? Oh, yeah, he's got a 0 ERA so far in AAA and 14 innings pitched. Only giving up one run and it was not earned. 10 hits in 14 innings. 24 strikeouts in 14 innings. That's pretty good. So they might give him a shot, honestly. You know, it really depends. It's up to Boone and company what they want to do. But yeah, also, Will Warren just needs to figure it out. I mean, they can't obviously release Will Warren like they did Carrasco, but his leash is getting much shorter, especially with Luis Heel getting ready to come back. I mean, I at this point, if Yarborough or Winans, whoever steps into that role, keeps doing good, do you think there's a chance they keep whichever one of those two over Will Warren when Luis Seal comes back? I think it could be likely.
I mean, there's a chance. I mean,
If he keeps
he's
pitching this bad, he's pitching himself out of a rotation spot, quite literally.
yeah. I think obviously we can go into a deeper conversation where he needs to trust his stuff and everything because obviously he's got good stuff, but if he continues to give us these, and it's not like he's pitching bad and we're still winning. He's pitching bad and we're losing. So
Because
if
of
he
it.
continues to do this, then obviously the Yankees will have to make a tough decision, and he's got options. So if it comes down to that, I mean, I fully support that. If he needs to go down and work on his stuff more.
He just doesn't throw fast enough to try to do. He doesn't throw fast enough to execute how he wants to. He's trying to blow a 93-mile-an-hour fastball by Brandon Lau, a veteran hitter. Brandon Lau is good enough. He is not gonna miss that. It's I bases loaded. It was to Brandon Lau. He threw a fastball literally middle. Like you can't do that. It's I don't know, but we'll head on to the next topic. Huge shout out to George Lombard Jr., the future third baseman of your New York Yankees. He got
Works out.
promoted. He plays both. He plays both.
He might replace Volpe.
No, they won't do that. But
They would.
Lombard just got promoted to Double A Somerset or Scranton. I can never remember them.
Double A is
Somerset. Somerset.
Somerset Patriots, yeah.
He just got promoted to Double A Somerset, so great for Lombard. He has been absolutely mashing in High A Hudson Valley to start the season. He has been hitting 329 with a 495 on base, 488 slug, 23 strikeouts, 11 stolen bases, only got caught twice, eight eight doubles, a home run, a triple. He's been mashing. He was hitting good in spring training, too, so hopefully he can carry this over. And I think we might have a real battle next year in spring training. Obviously, I really don't think – no, they're not going to call him up this year unless he, like, goes nuclear at Double A and Triple A. Like, he'd have to go insane because they don't even call Spencer Jones up. But I don't know. I'm curious to see what Lombard can do because you can see he's got the skills and he plays elite defense at short or third, wherever they put him.
Yeah, he kind of seems like a better Volpe.
He's only 19 years old, too. He's a
Yeah, I
kid.
know.
He kind of looks like George Springer. Am I wrong for seeing that?
Who does he's got like a exact swing. Is it George Springer?
Go
Who
look
is
at him.
that?
He looks like. Comment down below if you who do you think George Lombard looks like? He
Or it's
looks like
Carlos
George Springer.
Correa. Carlos Correa and him
Oh
have
yeah, yeah.
very similar swings.
And he looks like George. He's basically an Astro then. Damn, that's not good. But yeah, huge congratulations to him. Robert, you got any thoughts on that? Sorry.
I mean, hopefully he can pan out to be a star. We haven't really seen Volpe to pan out to what we thought he would be, so I think this guy has more of an offensive um
Ceiling.
approach, yeah, in ceiling rather than Volpe, but Volpe was hitting crazy down to AAA and he's where he's at now, so it'd be interesting to see how they use him.
Yeah. Next thing we got here, you need a righty bench bat. Like it's become a necessity. Pablo Reyes is not good enough with his 3 for 19 with 7 strikeouts. That is not good enough. And I'm aware that the Yankees, a couple days ago, I believe, signed Brian De La Cruz to a minor league deal. I don't know how good he really is. He's
Maybe we
had a
don't
couple.
need more outfield players right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, can he play third base? That's all I care about. Or second, just somewhere in the infield. We don't need outfielders. We have 4 really good outfielders. And okay, side rant, Robert, side rant. Maybe you're not. Maybe you don't agree with me. Why are people giving up on Cody Bellinger May 5th, May 6th? I don't agree with it. Cody Bellinger is a damn good ball player. If for nothing else, his elite defense in left field. And people on Twitter are like, why does Boone keep benching Dominguez? Boone doesn't know what he's doing. Cody Bellinger is an elite left fielder. No matter what way you look at it, Boone has to play his cards right. There's only so much he can do to make everybody happy. He can't play all 4 of them every single day. Today's an example. He's playing all 4 of them because Goldschmidt gets the day off against a tough righty. It makes sense. People just need to chill out. Cody Bellinger is a good hitter, and I don't care what people say. By the end of the season, he'll be hitting at least 270.
Yeah. I mean, eventually he's to get going here, and we're speaking about we need a ready bat. DJ LeMahieu could be back this weekend. I think he can actually provide some decent power and hitting. I mean, this is his like last chance. If he comes up in his
Yeah.
ass, then they'll
If
DFA
nothing
him.
else,
But
DJ is definitely going to get a chance because I assume
yeah,
what they'll do is they'll switch between him and Bebas at second. I don't think they'll do righty lefty because if it was lefty, DJ would never play. I think
hmm
they'll do like every other day with those two, kind of flip
yeah.
flop them.
I think he'll get some starts at third base to give Cabrera a day
Yeah.
off, but that'll be interesting.
And Pablo Reyes, like you said, will probably be gone once DJ comes back, I'd assume. But Peraza can't be far behind him. I love Peraza as much as the next
Yeah.
guy, but he is just not. He's just never done
Just
anything.
think
Like
about
I
this:
can't think of one good thing Oswald Peraza's done for the Yankees.
the Yankees have kind of screwed his development. So he should have been in the big leagues 2 years ago. So they
It's
kind
not
of
good.
screwed him, just like they do a bunch of their other top prospects. Spencer
Um,
Jones will probably end up screwing up too.
Spencer Jones is staying in Double A till he's 27. He's not coming up anytime soon. um, but oh yeah. Speaking of second baseman, Horbit Bebas, however you say his name, has had incredible at bats so far. And yes, I am aware that he has not hit 4 home runs to start the season in his first how many at bats? In his first 7 major league at bats, he only has 1 hit. I'm aware. But it's the eye test. If you're watching his at bats, you can tell this guy's a professional hitter and he knows how to battle. He knows how to take pitches below the zone. And you can tell he kind of has a I don't want to say the naughty word. He kind of has a Juan Soto approach at the plate. Like if a pitch is outside, he'll like point
Yeah,
at it and be
but
like, "No, no." I love that.
I just hope that he matures and is able to catch up to some of these fastballs. I was watching him yesterday, and they're mentioning how far
Yeah.
he brings back his hands. He's
He's
got
got
to
a
do
little bit of a
something about
loopy
that.
swing, which
Yeah,
kind of
he's
it
he's got to
doesn't make
clean that
much
up
sense
there.
because he's got a loopy swing, but he's like a contact guy. It's like normally contact guys have very small,
Yeah, short
compact swings, but
swings.
he has like his hands start here and then he brings them like all the way back, like he's going to pitch
Mhm.
almost. It's a little bizarre,
Yeah.
but yeah, we couldn't not talk about this. The defense has been awful recently. It's just a mixture of everybody. Volpe's been making a lot of errors. Cabrera's had some bad throws. Who else has been messing up? Probably
I
more
mean,
people I'm forgetting.
just our pitchers. I'm not putting the blame on the catchers here. Our pitchers basically with the running game. They
Yeah.
haven't been able to control that.
Yeah, the Rays had 8 stolen bases in 2 games. They had 6 Saturday and 2 Sunday. That cannot happen. That is unacceptable. I don't care. I'm gonna see Robert. Who do you think leads the team in errors this season?
And errors?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's one of the guys I just named.
is it Cabrera?
He's got 5. Volpe's got 4. Jazz has 3. Pablo Reyes. Pablo Reyes has 2, but he has 2 in how many chances? 2 in 15 chances. That's awful. Volpe has, or Cabrera has 5, but he also has 62 chances.
Yeah, it'll eventually
How
even
does
out.
Volpe have 130 chances? Is a chance considered like a ground ball?
I
Has
don't
he
know.
fielded 100? Oh my god. Oh, pop ups too, I guess. Dang. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, defense needs to pick it up. Like that's little league stuff. This feels like same stuff we were talking about last year. They just need to fix it. You can't. You're not gonna win a. Well, you might win the pennant doing that, but if you face the Dodgers again, they know how to beat it. Believe it or not. Um, and this just happened about I don't even know, not even an hour ago, probably. Giancarlo Stanton was seen taking a live at bat against Jake Cousins, so that's really good. We could really use to have both those guys back, and plus we're getting Loizaga back in a week, or not. I don't, not a week. I didn't. Don't quote me on that. I don't know when we're getting him back. But Boone said today on Talking Yanks that Loizaga looks really good. He's like, Lowe looks good. You guys should be excited. Lowe looks good, and I'll take Boone's word for it. You know, he's the manager. I will take his word for it. So I just figured that was something we should cover. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we got some boys coming back here. Stan, hopefully soon. He'll coming back soon. Loizaga soon. So Jazz will eventually be coming back. So
reinforcements.
reinforcements, and hopefully that'll clean up some of these things that we're talking about.
Clayton Beater. Don't know if he could play a role. He might be that 5th starter. It's gonna be up for grabs. You never know. But is that all we got, Robert? You got any other topics we should talk about?
Nope.
Anything else before I close this out here in this episode 20? Can't believe we're already 20
No,
episodes of
we
this. That's
just.
crazy.
I feel like the weather has been kind of messing our rhythm up. So hopefully tonight they can get a win.
It's awful. I think it's. I don't know. Let me see if it's raining in the Bronx right now. It probably is. It's been raining like the entire week. It's awful. Can't. That's the thing about New York weather. The Bronx. Oh no, it looks like we'll be good. It's 65 and cloudy kind of all night. Let me see. Looks like we'll be good. But well, that's good to see. And then tomorrow's nice. And then of course right when we go on the road, look, it gets nice. After the 2 thunderstorms, it gets nice. Cuz that's just how baseball works. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for tuning into the episode. Hope everybody enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, share this video with everybody. Let us know how you think the Yankees have been doing down below in the comment section. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. God bless everybody. And as always, let's go Yankees.
Yankees.